Hello everyone. Today we are going to see how patent invention is going to transform your revenue with your current product lines and with respect to your current business. So we'll take a use case and then we'll run through this so that we understand how it is going to be transformed. For the AI to drive a car, it will need some spatial information. So I introduce a new model patent to be used for say simulating a visualization or something like that. Now that's like say 5 distances to positions where it will crash. It must also know the current speed and direction. Now here's the first generation of AI, blockchain and IoT induced driving around 650 cars. So I have 650 cars with me right now which are going in the current speed and direction, and they are in the first generation. So imagine you have a first generation of products, you have a first generation of business revenues coming out of it. Now how you're going to transform it? Okay, so let's go forward. Marking on car here will be the parent of the second generation. So I mark a car here which is in the first generation and I say that is the parent car, and then I say that we'll go from here on to the second generation. Now generation 2 cars that are going to come will all be the muted children doing better. So if you have some kind of product line at present doing business revenues, I will mutations will be commuted, mutations will be created through patent with your existing product lines through a particular feature the client asks, a particular kind of a technology that is going to transform your business revenue. So these are going to be the X factors from my side through a patent through which I'm going to create the generation 2 cars which will do better than your existing product lines. So now mark 3 new parents for generation. Say I'm marking the new parents. Say I mark 3 parents right now. Say I have product. Say 3 parents can be your 3 product lines. So marking, what is going to happen here is what I'm doing with marking is I'm going to evaluate the fitness. I'm going to measure the checkpoints for success. I'm going to use specific instruments like models that are held through my model patents. So these are the ones which I'm going to help with the marking concept with your existing products. Now only the third generation, and it can be already so if you take the cars example which I took before, now only the third generation and it can be already navigate a series of turns now. Now note that the AI does not know it's driving cars. It's not aware of the track or the effect of the choices. So the product lines which you have right now, it doesn't know, it is not aware of the track or the effect of its choices right now. It just accepts some 7 numbers as input, say in the car example, as a speed and distances and say 5 distances. But it is not aware of what they represent. So the product lines with which you're working right now has its own kind of choices and which is not aware of. But what I'm going to do here is if you want to do the transformation, I do the marking concept which I told you just now, and then transform that existing product line to a different product line to the next generation through the patent or in which the feature or a technology is hidden. So the brain transforms in a magical way with the numbers and outcomes to new numbers. So I pass these 2 numbers into say the car example. If I get 2 numbers as an output to the say the input with few numbers, then I pass those 2 numbers into gas or brake pedals and turning of the steering wheel. The evolution takes care of the rest. So what I do is I plug in the 2 outputs. Those 2 outputs are going to transform again by marking concept to a new product line which is going to create a new market value. Now if you have, say, again, if you go to the car example, now new wave of 650 cars are introduced. Now it said no, so I have introduced, like in the car of cars, because instead of cars, say I introduced a new product line for in the next generation. So second generation product lines are out. Now, even though they are really slow, but can be improved in later generations, right? So I create the patent invention robotics concept here, where the parents, which I showed in the generation one, are in the race as well. They are also in the race as well. But I'm already reached generation two, which is like having a slightly better options and better revenue market in terms of technology and in terms of product. So what I'm doing here in the whole concept, what I'm talking with respect to marking is I'm benchmarking your operation cost, your budget, your knowledge skill gap, the currently automated process in relation to technology, adoption within the organization entities to the root. So I help in doing this. So if this is how I help in creating a new patent invent a new patent, a new feature, a new technology, and then benchmark the operation, and then make sure that you grow from the first generation to the second generation to the third generation with, and then go ahead and come along with me towards the market technology and towards the marketing aspect and sales aspect. So I skip forwards a few generations. By doing so, the better invention robotics takes care of your generation 1 to generation 2 to generation 3 product lines. So I say I skip forward few generations while working on the speed of the, say, take the car again. If I take only the speed and work on it, then in generation 10 it's faster but still can be improved. Again, my own concept of again better invention robotics, again it goes to the next level of generation and features. I save the brain of the patent, its DNA patent. It can be compared with the previous patent. So you have a thorough data where the DNA patent, the first generation patent is slightly upgraded to the next patent, and is again upgraded to the next patent, again upgraded to the next patent, and it goes on. So this is how patents I introduce scale your business with change management to its core. This is an example of it. So hope you understood this concept of marking, understood the concept of benchmarking with technology, with patent invention robotics, and this is how you're going to mint revenue with me. So come along with me for a face-to-face discussion. I will take you further on this regard. Thank you.